Hey Lisa, how you doing? Okay, this is smart. I think this is smart. It's a good solution. Very good. I also think it's smart that you've given us kind of a mini process book in that you're only showing. There's only three possible ways that you're showing your logo. You're showing it black on white, which of course would be reversed, and then with color, purple and black, and then over here with just the mark. And that's good because you've been really consistent with that throughout the whole presentation, and that's fabulous. I think that's just it's so important, and it tells a hiring designer or a hiring professional or a portfolio reviewer that you understand how consistency fits in with branding 101. And that is very, very important. That's one of the primary objectives in the class. And I think that you're understanding that, and you're showing you understand it through your visuals and through the combinations of the logos that you're showing. A couple of things I want to talk about here is the actual the logo. I'm great with the logo. Just super pleased with the logo. The business card and the letterhead, not so much. And let me tell you why, and let me see if, and I'll let you decide from there. Okay, so in design, every time you add another mark to the page, it does what? It adds more meaning. Okay, there's this thing called Hick's law, and I want you to research Hick's law. Hick's law basically says that if there's one thing on the page that you want to be very important, keep in mind and understand that every other thing you add on the page is going to take away from the importance of that original item that you want to be so important. And that's so relevant in business card and letterhead design, because every one of these takes away from your brand that you work so hard on. Okay, every one of these, the black background up there, the purple frame, the fleur-de-lis over here, the black background on the bottom, that they all say something, and they're all taking attention away from, you got it, your logo. Let's look at the back of the card. That to me, it's just really, really dark. It's not able to breathe. A business card is a small little stage, so you have to be really careful to allow it to breathe. I think simply a black LB on a white background is just going to be beautiful. I'm going to tell you something. What I would do here is I would get rid of that. Get rid of everything, have a white background, pull your left margin in where it's consistent, and then place your logo, align your type with your logo, and the same consistency that you started with, and that will be a beautiful card. Trust me on this. Try it. Tell me what you think. LB just on the back, that's black with a white background. Letterhead is really, really something here. I mean, it's going to be so difficult for the recipient of a correspondence from your company to be able to concentrate on the words that would presumably be written right here. There's just too much going on. I mean, this is your branding. This is to say, if you say to me, let's say we've interviewed, okay, and you're going to send me a thank you note on your branded letterhead, and I get it, and I go like this, I read it, okay, and then later on that day, somebody asked me, hey, describe that Lisa Bond letter, thank you letter, and I would go, oh yeah, it had a bunch of fleur-de-lis up top, and some black stripes and purple stripes, and a bunch of fleur-de-lis on the bottom. That's what I would say, and I'm just being honest with you, because that's what sticks out, and you don't want that to stick out, you want this to stick out. Okay, so that's why I'm going to recommend getting rid of everything. Keep the type on the bottom, take the logo, move it over, line it up with the type on the bottom, and it's a beautifully minimal package. It will work wonderfully. Okay, leave behind, business card. I think the leave behind is fantastic. I think it's fun. And I think the little pieces that this is great. Not so much this piece, because I think taking little tidbits out of the work, just to say a reminder, like that's probably part of a different piece from your portfolio. And that's just such a fun little illustration that it's just going to make somebody smile. By the way, this is off center. I don't know if you want it to be, but it's closer to this side. And then this is another example of how this looks like it was probably a masthead. And it looks like you extracted that, and you've got the glass. This is a fabulously interesting piece right here. I don't know if we can say that about these two middle pieces here. And I'm just, again, being honest with you. Do you need your telephone number and website on your leave behind specifically on every page? And of course, the answer there would be no, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe on your cover, but that's it. You don't need it on every page. It's just the logo on every page. Sure. Okay. All right, let me see. That is what I have for you, Lisa. You've worked very hard, and I think that you've designed things beautifully. I think you're kind of losing track a little bit of the importance of consistency and of course the importance of minimalism and simplicity in a kind of introductory branding piece. Okay? Any questions, comments, concerns, or anything else, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks very much, Lisa.